Today, we're going to talk about a topic that can be challenging for many men: how to talk to a woman. And that includes the ability to start and maintain an interesting conversation with someone of the opposite sex. However, we also know that this task can be intimidating for some men. Maybe you feel anxiety or insecurity when approaching a woman you're interested in, or you don't know exactly how to maintain a pleasant and engaging conversation. But do not worry. In this video, we're going to share some valuable tips that can help you feel more confident when talking to a woman. These are not magic formulas or manipulation tricks, but communication skills that can be developed by anyone. So stay tuned and follow our suggestions. We are certain that you will feel more prepared and comfortable when communicating with the women who cross your path. Before we get started, it's important to remember that every woman is unique and deserves to be treated with respect and consideration. There is no one-size-fits-all approach that works for all women, and it's essential that you always be aware of the person's signs of interest and comfort. Who are you talking to? With that in mind, let's explore some strategies that can be helpful in starting and maintaining an interesting conversation with a woman. We will cover topics such as the importance of being authentic and genuine when communicating, such as asking open and stimulating questions, and the need to pay attention to the other person's interests and opinions. Now, if you're ready to hone your communication skills and be more successful and you're comfortable with women, let's get started. Prepare to learn and grow, and remember, the key is to be yourself and treat the other person with respect and empathy. Already leave your like and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Tip number 1: be authentic. But what exactly does it mean to be authentic, and why is it so important? According to recent research, confirmation is a highly valued trait in personal relationships. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that trust is one of the most important traits for building quality, long-lasting relationships. This is because trust is a sign of trust and integrity. When you are authentic, you are being true to yourself and your own beliefs and values. This helps create a deeper and more meaningful connection with the other person, as they can trust that you are not trying to deceive or manipulate them in any way. Also, being authentic can help you feel more confident and comfortable in your memories with women. When you're being true to yourself, you don't have to worry about maintaining a facade or trying to impress someone else. You can focus on building a genuine and authentic connection with the other person. However, being authentic can be challenging in some cases. In a world where many of us are bombarded with societal pressures and external expectations, it can be difficult to know who we really are and what we really want. Additionally, some men may feel that they need to behave in certain ways in order to be accepted or valued by women. But the truth is, being authentic is the key to building healthy, lasting relationships. If you're trying hard to be someone you're not, chances are you're attracting people who aren't compatible with you in the long run. So, to conclude this topic, remember, be authentic, be true to yourself and your own beliefs and values. It helps you build deeper, lasting connections with the women who cross your path. Tip number 2: trust. But why is trust so important, and how can we develop it? According to surveys, confidence is one of the most attractive traits in a potential partner. A study by the University of Aberdeen found that confidence is one of the most important qualities women look for in a partner, surpassing even physical appearance and financial status. Also, having confidence in yourself can significantly improve your chances of success in relationships and life in general. Confidence is a sign of healthy self-esteem and can help you navigate difficult situations and make important decisions. But how can we develop more confidence in ourselves? One of the most effective ways is to practice social and relaxation skills with other people. The more you expose yourself to social situations, the more comfortable and confident you become. You can start by practicing talking with friends and family, joining interest groups, or trying to talk to strangers in social situations. Also, it's important to remember that confidence comes from within. Working on your self-esteem and self-acceptance can help you develop more confidence in yourself. Practicing meditation or positive visualization exercises can also be helpful in developing a more confident and positive attitude towards yourself. But it's important to remember that confidence should not be confused with arrogance or a lack of humility. It is possible to be confident and humble at the same time. Genuine confidence is based on self-esteem and self-respect, while arrogance is a mask for insecurity and lack of self-esteem. In summary, having confidence in yourself can be an important factor in success in relationships and in life in general. Practicing social skills, working on self-esteem, and maintaining a positive attitude towards yourself are some of the most effective ways to develop more confidence in yourself. And remember, genuine confidence comes from within, not from trying to impress or please other people. Number 3, interesting communication.
Fiquei sabendo, vai
In
ser
the
muito
third
boa.
topic of this video, I talk about the importance of paying attention to what a woman is saying during a conversation. But why is this so important, and how can we do this effectively? According to research, communication is one of the most important aspects of a healthy relationship. A study conducted by the University of Washington found that effective communication is the most important factor in overall relationship satisfaction. Also, paying attention to what a woman is saying during a conversation can help you better understand her wants, needs, and perspectives. This can help you build a more meaningful and autonomous connection with her. But how can we pay attention effectively? One of the best ways is to practice active listening. This means completely concentrating on what the person is saying, with no follow-up or distractions. This can be done by maintaining eye contact, asking follow-up questions, and showing empathy and understanding. Another way to show that you are paying attention is to periodically summarize what the person has said so that you can confirm that you have understood correctly. Not only does this help keep the conversation going, but it also shows that you are interested and involved in the conversation. It's also important to remember that paying attention isn't just about the words the person is saying, but also about their body language and facial expressions. Paying attention to these nonverbal cues can help you better understand what a person is feeling and thinking. However, it's important to remember that paying attention should not be confused with being a passive listener. Being an active participant in the conversation is also important for keeping the conversation going and building a meaningful connection. In summary, paying attention to what a woman is saying during a conversation can be critical to building a healthy and meaningful relationship. Practicing active listening, taking periodic summaries, and paying attention to body language and facial expressions are some of the most effective ways to show that you are paying attention. And remember, being an active participant in the conversation is also important for maintaining momentum and building an autonomous connection. Tip number 4, humor with intelligence. But why is humor so important, and how can you use it effectively? According to research, humor can be a powerful tool for establishing and maintaining interpersonal connections. A study conducted by the University of Kansas found that shared humor can help build and maintain positive, long-lasting relationships. However, it is important to remember that the use of humor must be done cautiously and intelligently. Back-to-back jokes or overplaying can have the opposite effect and alienate the person you're trying to win over. So how can we use humor intelligently and effectively? One of the best ways is to use humor to create a relaxed and pleasant atmosphere during a conversation. This can help to reduce tension and create a more open atmosphere for interaction. However, it is important to remember that the humor must be appropriate for the situation and the person with whom we are talking. This means avoiding off-color or offensive jokes and taking the other person's personality and sense of humor into consideration. Another way to use humor intelligently is to make experiential observations about everyday situations or shared experiences. This can help create a sense of connection and empathy between the people involved in the conversation. However, it is important to remember that humor should not be the only communication tool used. Making jokes all the time can be exhausting, and it can even seem insincere. It's important to balance humor with other aspects of the conversation, such as sharing personal stories, asking questions, and showing genuine interest in the other person. In short, humor can be a powerful tool for creating positive interpersonal connections. However, it is important to remember to use it with caution and intelligence. Using humor to create a relaxed atmosphere, avoiding inappropriate jokes, and balancing humor with other aspects of the conversation are some of the most effective ways to use humor intelligently. And remember, above all, to be sincere and authentic during a conversation. Tip number 5: ask open and stimulating questions. But why is asking open-ended questions so important, and how can we do them effectively? First, asking open-ended questions is a way of showing interest and curiosity in the other person. With open-ended questions, we are giving the other person the opportunity to share their ideas, opinions, and experiences in a deeper and more meaningful way. According to research, open-ended questions are especially important for establishing emotional connections and promoting intimacy between people. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that asking deeper, more meaningful questions can increase closeness between people in a short period of time. However, it's important to remember that not all questions are asked the same. Questions can be too long or uninteresting, which can detract from the conversation and lessen someone else's interest. That's why it's important to ask open-ended, nurturing questions that encourage the other person to open up and share more about themselves. So how can we ask open-ended, nurturing questions effectively? One of the best ways is to ask questions that encourage the other person to talk about their passions, interests, and personal values. Questions like what motivates you in life, or what is the most important thing to you? They can be a great way to find out more about the other person and start a deeper conversation. However, it's important to remember that asking open-ended questions doesn't just mean asking deep, philosophical questions all the time. It's also important to ask lighter, more fun questions, like asking about favorite movies, music, or hobbies. Another important tip is to be aware of the other person's responses and use this to formulate new questions that can help you explore more about their interests and opinions. In short, asking open-ended, nurturing questions is an effective way to demonstrate interest and curiosity in the other person, foster emotional connections, and establish intimacy. Asking questions that encourage the other person to talk about their passions, interests, and personal values, being attentive to the answers and formulating new questions based on them, are some of the most effective ways to effectively ask open and nurturing questions.